x at this particular point, right? So my only point from all this discussion is, did anyone say anything in chat? Did anyone write anything in chat? Oh, someone has already answered, right? Area under the curve. See, if I generally don't check this, sir. So if at all you have something to answer, you can turn on the mic and say, or else periodically I'll just come here and check, right? So 2 points which I want to say here are integration is nothing but area, differentiation is nothing but slope. Specifically, integration of a function that is also definite integral is area under the curve. Differentiation at a point is nothing but slope of the function at that point, or slope of the tangent of the function at that point. Are you understanding this? Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So two basic things are small change in areas. When you take all small areas and add, you get a big area, that is area under the curve. And dy by dx is nothing but actually like this, delta y divided by delta x. And when delta is very small, you will understand this in limit definition, don't worry. So when you write delta, delta is nothing but change. What is the meaning of delta, sir? Change. Change in y divided by change in x. Change in y divided by change in x is nothing but slope. When the change is very small, like at a point, if you see the change, that is nothing but the slope, or nothing but the differentiation, right? So this is the basic thing which you have to keep in mind whenever you are studying calculus. Similarly, vector calculus, when you study, you will find differential length, you will find differential area, you will find differential volume. All these are used in your what do you call electromagnetic field theory. Electrical people, electronics people will more understand this. Others you can just ignore this. Basic integration differentiation is enough from it, right? So to start with, I will start talking about differential calculus first, and I will try to teach a very basic and an important topic, that is limit of a function, right? Let us try to understand a basic concept, that is limit of a function. So why are we discussing limit of a function is, whenever you want to get into integration, whenever you want to get into differentiation, see, if I want to give the role or how it is defined is differential calculus. The topics in this generally which we have are limit, continuity. Just 1 second, sir. Just 1 second. Give me 1 second. Getting a call. Yeah, sorry, sir. Really sorry. So in differential calculus, you'll have limit, continuity, differentiability. Then you'll have how to find the differentiation. Then you'll have the most important thing, applications. Applications. 1 second, sir. 1 second. Yeah, sorry. So in differential calculus, we'll have to study what is limit, what is that continuity, what is differentiability, how to find differentiation, and the applications. In applications, you'll get maxima, minima, Taylor series, then you'll get something called as slope of a line. So to understand the applications, which is like the maximum minima is the most important thing, you have to understand how the differentiation will come. So to understand how the differentiation has to come, you'll have to understand what is the meaning of limit. Because if you understand differential calculus, then only you will understand integral calculus. Why? Integration is simply nothing but ulta of differentiation. Ulta of derivative is your integration. Integration is what? Integration is just reverse of differentiation. So to understand all these things, you need a basic concept. The basic concept is what? That is limit of a function, right? So in this class, or maybe for first half an hour or so, or 1 hour or so, we will try to understand what is the limit of a function, right? Now, before that, let me ask you certain basic question. You should be able to answer this question, sir. Say there is a line like this. I want everybody to participate this and answer this question, so that we will use this in understanding the definition. Say there is a line here, say this is 0, say this is minus 3 point, say this is 4. Say there is one fellow standing here, say this is person 1, say there is another fellow standing at this point, say this is person 2. Now can you tell me what is the distance between these two fellows? Can you tell me what is the distance between these two fellows? Anybody? Can anyone tell me what is the distance between these two fellows? Anybody, sir? What is the distance between these two fellows?
7.
7 units, right? Now it could be centimeters, it could be meters, it could be anything. How did you get this 7? To get this 7, you do either minus 3 minus 4 or 4 minus of minus 3, right? So minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7. So distance cannot be negative. So you'll put a modulus and write it 7. Or you'll write simply 4 minus of minus 3, that is basically 7. Another scenario, say there is origin here. Say there are two fellows. One fellow is at 1, the other fellow is at say 4, right? This is again person 1 standing here. This is person 2 standing here. Can again you tell me what is the distance between these two fellows? Very simple questions. Distance between these two fellows is what? Yes, sir. Distance between these two fellows is, yeah.
3.
Tell me, 3 units, right? 3 units. So how did you get this 3 units? Either you write 1 minus 4 or 4 minus 1. So 1 minus 4 is actually minus 3. So distance cannot be negative. So you put a modulus and make it plus 3, or you directly write 4 minus 1 is 3. So whenever you want to find distance between 2 points, whenever you want to find distance between 2 points, what do you do, sir? Generally, whenever you want to find distance between 2 points, you have to subtract those points. You have to do what? You have to subtract those 2 points, then you will get the distance between those 2 points. Correct? Did you understand this point? Did you understand this particular point, sir? Because this is very much needed to understand the definition. I think this point should be clear to everybody, right? Now see, to understand limit of a function, let me write it in 2 ways. The general way to write is, you'll write limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to L. Now what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is, as x tends to a, f of x will tend to L. What's the meaning of this? As x approaches a, f of x will approach L, right? Now this is English definition, sir. This is not mathematical definition. This is English or understanding definition. This is English definition. If you tell this definition to any professor or anybody in interview, they'll kick you out, right? So this is for your understanding. Limit of a function, limit x tends to f of x is equal to L. What's the meaning of it? The meaning is as you go towards, as x goes towards A, f of x goes towards L, right? In how many ways x can go to A, I will tell you like that. See, sir, let us try to understand this definition, then I will write the formal definition. So, see, there is a curve like this. Say, assume that there is a curve like this, and say this is the point A. This is the point A you have. So, if you have this A as point, x is nothing but what, sir? X is any random variable because x is general term, which is x on x-axis. This is your f of x. X could be anywhere on this line. So x can approach to this A either from left hand side or it can approach to A in right hand side. Is there any other way possible? My x is a general thing. X is nothing but some, it could be any variable. So it could approach from left hand side, it could approach from right hand side. If it approaches from left hand side, then the limit is called as left hand limit. If it is approaching from right hand side, it is called as right hand limit. And either ways it approaches, the value it should coming, it should be equal to same, right? No, sir, just tell me the tell me with an example. Yeah, I will tell you with an example. Say, let me take f of x equal to say x plus 1. Very simple function I'm taking, sir. F of x equal to x plus 1. And I'm asking you, sir, what is limit x tends to 1 f of x? Now you might already know the answer, that so the answer is 2. But how the answer is 2, we'll try to understand. Your x has to approach to 1. Your x has to approach to 1. So what can be x? Sir, it is like this. You are on this line. You have to ultimately reach to this particular point. So x can be say 0.9. X can be say 0.99. X can be say 0.999. X can be say 0.99999. So if x is 0.9, x can be 0.9, x can be 0.99, x can be 0.999, x can be 0.9999, and then so on I can write, because it has to approach. It is not equal to, it is approaching. So 0.99999, something like this, right? So if your x is 0.9, what will your f of x become, sir? If your x is 0.9, what your f of x will become? What your f of x will become in all these cases? So it will become, because 0.9 plus 1 is how much? 1.9. Here, excuse me, sir. Here it would be 1.9. Here it would be 1.999. Here it would be 1.9999. And then so on. If you see, it should be 1.9999999. So it looks like as if this x is going towards 1, because I'm going towards 1, right? As if your x is going towards 1, your f of x is going towards what, sir? It is going towards 2. This is from what side? This is from left hand side. This is from what side? This is from left hand side, right? Similarly, from right hand side, how can you come? So from right hand side, you can come, it could be say 1.1, say it could be 1.01, it could be 1.001, it could be 1.00001, like that. So when x is 1.1 or 1.01 or 1.001 or 1.00001, and then so on, it would be 1.0000001, and then so on. I can write like this. So how will your f of x will look like? What will your f of x become if this goes like this? If it is 1.1, it will become 1.1 plus 1 is how much? 2.1, 2.01, 2.001, 2.00001, and then so on, 2.0000001. So it is also observed, if your x is going towards 1, if your x is going towards 1 from right hand side, your f of x is going towards. Did you understand the definition, sir? As x approaches to a, your f of x will approach to some number called L. That number L is called as what? That number L is called as your limit of the function. Did you understand this basic thing? Did you understand this? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, just looks like my power is gone. 1 second. Uh,
सर एक बार फिर से बताइए ना.
yeah, definitely, sir. You can still hear me, right? Can you hear me, sir? I mean, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are
Am I
audible,
audible,
sir.
sir?
Yes, sir.
But the power is gone, so anytime my system might get off or my net might go away. So if at all I'm not responding after a specific point, that means the power has gone. Okay. I'll just see. The power might come in 10 minutes. We don't know. So I will just repeat it, sir. Repetition is like this. What is the meaning of limit of a function? Limit of a function is simply limit x tends to a f of x equal to L. The meaning of this is as x approaches to a. That means as x moves towards a, f of x will move towards L. This is the understanding or the English meaning of this particular expression. Now, if x is nothing but what? X could be any number, sir. X could be any number on this particular line, right? Let me use the pointer. X could be any number on this particular line. X could be here, it could be here, X could be anywhere. So it can approach to this A either from this left side or from this right side. So if it approaches from the left side or right side, both sides it should come same, right? So that's what I'm seeing here in the next slide. Say for simplicity, I have given a function. The function is f of x equal to x plus 1. And I'm asking you a question, limit x tends to 1 f of x. That means your whatever x is there, it has to tend to 1. If it has to tend to 1, that means it has to tend from either left hand side or from right hand side. It has to either tend from left hand side or right hand side. Left hand side, you have to come near 1. So what can you say, sir? Could be 0, could be 0.5, could be 0.7, could be 0.8, 0.9, 0.99, 0.999, 0.9999, and this is how you approach from left side. Or from right side, if you want to approach, how will you approach, sir? This is a 1.1. It could be you could approach from like 2, 1.5, 1.2, 1.1, 1.01, 1.0001, like that. So this is where you'll approach from left hand side. These are the numbers which you'll approach from right hand side. Correct? So I've taken for all these numbers and I've seen here how will my f of x will look like, and I've taken all this number from right hand side and I've seen from all these numbers. So it is observed that as your x is going to 1 from left hand side, your f of x is trying to reach 2, isn't it? What is 1.9, 1.99, 1.999, 1.9999? Where is this trying to approach, sir? This is trying to approach the 2 value, right? As your x is trying to approach the 1 value, your f of x is trying to approach the 2 value, both this side as well as this side. Did you understand this?